what guarantees do we have that if we do simran and part and all that after death we will end up any different than someone who doesn't? Very interesting question. Gurmat does not hold the view that your salvation comes after death. Very Christianized thinking. Do all the good stuff, please God, and when you die, you will go to heaven. That is not Gurmat. Gurmat says, die while you're alive. Kill your ego while you're alive. The pinnacle of the spiritual experience is to be Jivan Mukt, liberated while you're alive. So Gurmat does not hold this view that keep doing all the good Sikh stuff and then there'll be the Sikh God who gives you a badge at the end and says, Shabash Putter, come in. You won. Everybody else, they didn't win. You're allowed in. You know, it's like a bouncer at a club. Is your name on the guest list? Yeah? Your name's on the guest list. Oh, you did enough part? You can come in. Your friend can't come in. They didn't do enough. Or they didn't do the right one. That's not my understanding of what Gurmat is. Gurmat is not that when you die, you get entered into the club or heaven. So Gurmat understanding is heaven can be achieved now. Gurbani says, Bhagat Kabir ji has a shabad, Na jana baikunt kahan hi. I don't know where this heaven is that everyone's talking about, but everyone seems to want to go there. And Kabir ji clarifies, as long as you're meditating with the hope that I'm meditating to get in heaven, he says you won't get in. You won't get in as long as you're meditating that I'm meditating so that I get to heaven. Why? Because then there's an I. I want to get to heaven. I want to find God. But Gurbani is the path of getting rid of the I. Kabir ji says that in Sangat I found heaven. Because in heaven, in that Sangat is where Naam Simran is going on, where Bani, Katha, Kirtan is going on. And I am losing my sense of I. When I lose the sense of I find the heaven, I find the God, I find that divine experience. So Sikhi is teaching us, you can find this now. In fact, I would go as far as saying that, and this is from the teacher who taught me years ago when I learned, he taught me a very valuable lesson. He said that if you don't find God now, you're not going to find it when you die. And I've always carried that lesson. If you don't find God now, in this life, you're not going to find God later. Sikhi is the path of finding God now. In this lifetime, Jivan Mukt. Find liberation, salvation, whatever you want to call it, while you're alive. And the way you do that is to become Jivat Mare, dead while alive. That doesn't mean you become a zombie. It means that you lose your attachments to the external world. That is real aliveness. So how do we know that you'll be different from someone who doesn't? Well, someone who doesn't won't have the opportunity to do this now in this lifetime. Who knows what happens to you when you die?